the 800 million people on Facebook, I guarantee that you've seen those stupid pictures of those girls taking pictures of themselves in the bathroom, chucking up deuces and making a duck face. And sometimes it's like funny to laugh at the mean comments that people make at them. But what if you found out that girl was a victim of sexual violence? I was flipping through GQ, this month's GQ, and I stumbled across an article called "The Girl from Trail's End." It was about an 11-year-old girl who was repeatedly gang raped by 19 men, some of them over the age of 25. It really bothered me because as a female on Facebook who uses social media, I find that it sometimes shapes opinion. Today I'm going to talk about how social media and public opinion sometimes distorts the modern sexually based crime. I'll do that. I'll tell you the entire story of Regina on GQ. And also I will talk about accounts from other publications such as the New York Times and the investigative funds and how they distorted the information. And I'll talk about similar crimes that public opinion has also distorted. And how sometimes social media can be very, very dangerous if put into the wrong hands. So what are the circumstances surrounding Regina, whose name has been changed because she is only 11? Well, she is a normal 6th grade girl who got a Facebook and got friends, and one day some older guys picked her up and drove her back to a house where they proceeded to have sex with her and then take her to another spot where they invited other men over. I think the oldest was around 30, and also had sex with her. And it was terrible. They wrote a story in the New York Times on March 8th, 2011, and basically blamed her parents, asked where the parents were, and said that, quote, she dressed older than she appeared, and that she could have confused the men because she didn't seem like she was only 11. And this has really upped racial tensions because A, Texas is in the South, and the victim was Mexican American, and all of the perpetrators were African American. In the Investigative Fund, a blog, on September 14, 2011, they printed, someone posted a blog slandering the New York Times article, saying that it was completely biased, and didn't post any information about the victim herself, even her age. There have been Facebook quotes by some of the friends of the perpetrators saying that she's just a slut type of girl and she could have asked for it. So how does social media play into this? Well, there was a similar case about a girl that was printed in Rolling Stone April 11th, 2011, called "The Girl Who Played with Fire," about a girl named Kiki Cannibal, whose real name is Kristen Ostringa. She was harassed on Facebook and Stickum.com because she posted pictures of herself just playing around. And then she was statutorily raped by her boyfriend, who was 18 while she was 14 at the time. And the police basically did nothing. So, is social media helpful or hurtful? Well, there have been so many other similar cases where social media has played into this negatively, such as the Craigslist killer, Philip Markoff. There was an article on FoxNews.com in April of 2009. He was a med student in Boston, and he was engaged, and he posted on Craigslist that he wanted a massage and murdered 22-year-old Julissa Brisman. Because she was an erotic masseuse, the media said that she was sketchy, and possibly just because of her occupation. And we all know about Dominic Strauss-Kahn tapping into the media and the allegations surrounding him. So now you understand how social media plays into modern sexually based crime. And I hope that when you go on Facebook or you go on any of these websites and you see a girl who's just playing around and you see some of the comments that people leave about her. Just think if she was 11, or just think if she was, if she's 18. It doesn't really matter, because if she was a victim, you wouldn't want to see her story.